Okay, we're back. We're gonna do hunt number 3 for today. And end caps. These are not machine rolled. These are, uh, I guess, rolled by somebody, but not machine rolled. Let's get them open. See what we got. Sometimes you get some nice surprises, but I tell you, the way my luck has been lately, I'm not looking too optimistic. But we'll give it a shot. We gotta look through these. I saved these for if I gotta roll something. It's good to have them. Especially these the preformed side on it. It's nice. This edge here. And these things aren't cheap actually. Shake. Let's see anything top out. That looks good. There you go. Barber dimes, Mercury dimes. That's happened actually. I tell you, years ago, me and my friend used to go. We did the bank hunt. Go to the bank, say, give me 10 rolls of dimes. You know, $50, right? Get home and we'd crack a beer and start going through these dimes and boy, one I opened up, boy, what a nice surprise. It was loaded. I mean, it was all silver, Mercs, Rosies, and Barbers. They even had a seated dime in there. Yeah, he was gonna. He was so mad. Like you got to roll the dimes back in the '90s. If you get one or two silvers out of 10 rolls, you're having a good day. I opened up one roll, it was packed. Poor Jimmy. He was like, "Oh my God!" I said, "Yeah." So that was fun. So you never know what to expect. I've also opened up a roll with Indian heads and flying eagle cents in them, and all wheat pennies. So it happens. So you guys that hunt bank rolls, you know what I'm talking about. So sometimes it's beneficial to get the rolls that are hand packed by somebody. Somebody just, or they were sitting around for a while. I don't know, but you never know what happens. I'm sure you've been doing this a while. You've had your share of really fun moments, exciting moments. All right. With that said, I'm going to go right to the microscope. We're going to put aside anything good up here. See, there's a very small area, so I don't expect. uh, yeah, I'm beating myself up now. All right, off to the microscope. Let's make sure we're centered. Looking good there. Looking good there. Okay, off to the races. Started off with one of my least favorite pennies, the 27p. I've never found anything with that coin. Maybe a die crack. I don't know. It's nothing. What do we have here? It's a 2018 in the parking lot coin. Okay. Excitement done for the day. Another 2018. I tell you. But when you least expect it, something's going to pop up under the microscope and kind of change your whole attitude. Or you can go through another 100 pennies and nothing and say, all right, I'm done for the day. And you go right back to 78. And Harrisburg Hera. Oh no, this is local. I don't know. What is that? It's like a die chip in the building. I don't know. It's good. Yeah, it could be a mark. That's copper. 95 Denver. Nope. 89 Denver. Oh, looks like you got a little doubling on that D. It's a clad coin. I don't pay them too much attention. Unless it's really severe. 64. Oof. Been around 2014. And fingerprints. 21. It's actually interesting toning. 21. Another 21. Dye class. Is that a crack? It could be like a... Nah, that's not a crack. It's a scratch. I'm looking too hard again. Even if it was a crack, it didn't work anything. That's not about what it's worth. It's like, yeah, it's gotta be a nice looking coin. Look at that fingerprint. Lay off the fries when you pick up pennies. Jeez. 95 Denver. Nope. 22. Oh, 1. 22. 21. Spike head? No, it's not. $95. 01. The torture is real. 75. Off center. Not much. Tiny bit. Half of 1%. But whenever you see that, always look a little bit closer. Because, you know, if you have issue with that, sends things out of whack, off balance, and you might end up with a nice double on the reverse. That's some evidence that the E and the R and the T, but honestly, not enough to have or hold any value. Off the copper. 2000. Now we're gonna look for that double, that wide AM. Here we go. Come on. Nope. 21. Nope. 16. Nope. 97. I know it's not on the list, but look for that wide AM anyway. I should always go to that. Not there. Same thing. Come on. Wide AM. This one's actually a nice looking coin. That's a nice toning to it. Give me a wide AM. No. 2020. Ooh. Well, I'll have some fun with it. Hey, I'll be Howard Cosell. Right? Some of you are too young to know who Howard Cosell is. Hey, 98. Yeah, we need a wide AM. Can happen. Let's do it. Oh, that's interesting toning inside the building now. What do you know? Nothing there. 94. Glue. $72. Copper. 2019. Back to the bank. 1980 is copper. 1998. Okay, here we go. Let's see that wide AM. And nope, it's not. Close AM. 23. The V? Is that a V? No. No, it's a unicorn. Say, start seeing that V down there. Which personally, I don't think it's something somebody stamped. It's just a consistent, thing. I don't know what it is, but it looks like a V. Some are actually indented pretty well, but I see a lot of those extra V's that a little bit of questioning about them. Not saying people go out and put them there, just yeah. I found one that was, a couple that were nice, but they seem to be losing their luster. Not as popular as they were right from the gate, which happens with coins. People start finding too many. I think got a ding on the side. PMD 23. Alright. What the heck? Looks like a 2002. I'll send it back. 16. Going back. 01. It's not one of the known wide AM varieties, but you always look. I knew it was going to be close, but you always check. Always check. Check. 73. Lipstick. 16. One die. What the heck? That's a parking lot coin. Looks like a 78 maybe. 75. It's definitely copper. I'll throw it on a scale. It's 32, 3.2, so I'll leave it to someone if they're melting them down. 9. Copper. 23. Might be a spike head. I don't know. Actually, yeah, it could be broken cladding. I don't know. It's not enough of an issue for me. 2020. Oh, 04. That thing looks odd. Hmm. Oh, wait. Oh, nothing. 2015. Oh. Oof. Oof. Okay. Got a lot of four-man doubling going on here. All I care is if it has a wide AM. Here we go. Nope. Oh, 02. I'm going to check for the wide AM on this one too. All of these I check. I don't think I'll ever find one, but you never know. 2020. It's like saying, yeah, I'm going to get the 2020 with wheat back. That's not going to happen. But, I'll get a 59 with wheats on it. I like that one. Oh, 04. I'm surprised, we're not seeing any 2010 with the memorial back. Or 2009 with the building on the back. And those kind of mules, I would expect them to happen. But they don't. They don't. They haven't. I haven't seen it. That would be nice to find. 16. I got a double tail, double reverse. And I didn't see a split, where it's a trick coin. I gotta dig it up. It's I don't know. It's probably a trick coin, but it was cool to see. Look at it. Let me flip it over. Wait a minute, I gotta flip it over. Wait, oh, there's two backs. I think, who, you're gonna do a trick coin, do it on a half a dollar, a quarter, and a penny. And I didn't see a seam. That's the thing. I didn't see a seam. But you mention it to these coin gurus online, they say that's a trick coin. It's like, no chance it could have been stamped twice. No chance. Yeah, right. Who's to say? Had to, the reverse side dies in there. Say, oops, we got the wrong one in there. Who's to say? I don't know. The Mint does crazy stuff. They've made some pretty crazy errors. Oh. Whew. There's a bite taken out of that one. $89. Oy. Not even a wheat penny. Let's see. Man, the time's come for me to just say, alright, gotta step it up and start looking at nickels again. You get some nice errors. I'll settle for a beehive cut any day than nothing like this. Now, interesting. This thing's ratty, but it's a 72. And I'm looking at that T. I see a little doubling going on. It's a shame it's so ratty. Also, that 9's got a little shadowing on the top. Well, it would be a shame. I put this in an ultrasonic cleaner, and then it just takes away any value, or really diminishes it. But that T, I'm gonna zoom in, guys. I'm gonna pause a minute. I gotta pause. It's just because it's a 72. Pause. Okay, I got it zoomed in. Um, I'm looking at that. That 2 is really interesting. I'm gonna jump back on the large view here. It almost looks like a 2 below that too. I know I'm seeing ghosts at this point, but shouldn't be there. Could be part of that glue, whatever the heck's on the point. But the 9 has a shadowing. The 7 has a little shadowing. The 2 itself. Um, and then the area around the T I saw before. I don't see it no more. You know, close up. Oh, ain't nothing else. It's a glob of jelly, whatever that is. And the profile of Lincoln is intact. It's not a double. It's just, I guess the different colorations caused that. And then that ghost 2 below that too. I've never seen something like that. I'm gonna flip it over. See what the back looks like up close. The 72 vintage was year they had issues with the double dies. So you want to really keep a sharp eye out for them. But if you got to look this hard, you're looking too hard. Alright, so nothing going on. I'm going to put it in the copper pile. I'm going to pause again. Pause again. Okay, we're back. I just had to zoom in. This actually interesting looking coin, but there's nothing going on. So off to the copper. Sorry, 72, you were rejected. Alright. Not your fault. I'm talking to the pennies now. Oh boy. You know I'm in trouble. But those are fun. You know, you try to figure out what's going on, do a little detective work and zooming in and what have you. And it's fun. It's more fun when you find something good. But yeah, it's fun. 2020. Especially when you're bored and you're not finding anything. You gotta try to create all the fun you can. I got this with that earlobe. See, folks draw attention to that. I don't know. I don't see it to be. It's the way that cladding is deteriorated around it. Almost looks like it was hit. So we're gonna say it was hit. Pretend we didn't see it, and move on. It's Woody. 14. Alright. Mix these up a little bit. Sometimes you get lucky. One standing out a little bit. 73. That's an Eddie Bauer coin. I'm showing my age again. 2000. Come on, Wardy. Oh, no. Even if you suspect it could be a white AM, you gotta check this right here. The space between the T and the A. Stop shaking. Right here. and this space between that C and that A right there. These are different. If they were the same, then that would be considered a wide AM. Right? As well, the FG was closer to the building, it would be a wide AM. This is not. And 2000, wide AM is the variety you're looking for, and that's not it. 99, same thing. You look for that wide AM. They're touching. It's really tricky. You got to see the wide AMs with it. Look like they're touching. They're not. They're kind of close. You got to check the other variables. I don't know what that's all about. There's a certain time and place where they were making changes. I don't know. But it has to match all the elements. 77. I could be wrong. I don't know. But that's how you check. Check that distance between the A and the T's. I know that's a surefire way of verifying it. As well as the distance from the initials to the building. So, is it one variety over the other? I don't know. I should know. I don't. $13. 1988. 22. 22. No die clash for you. Another 22. Excuse me. 1982. That's a large date. It, You see that? It looks like an A between that S and it. Am I seeing things? Right. A die chip of some sort between the A and the M in America. What the heck is that? Like a runaway something. I don't know. I'm gonna weigh it. And it's a zinc penny, so it could be anything. It literally can be anything. So yeah, it could be cladding issue. It could be anything at that point. A bubble. Who knows? It's clad. Get rid of it. And I say it. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see it. Doesn't matter. 87. Wow, look at that. Extreme rim denigration and cladding. That one goes past the lettering, practically, in the second round. Right up through the eye. Look at that. I usually don't get excited over these, but this one's extreme. So it actually, goes into a different time zone. Look at that back. What a mess. On the reverse. And how does it look like down on one side like that? How does that happen? But, yeah, this one's definitely heavier than most with that rim indentation. I say the cladding issue. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to put this in with my copper just because it's that extreme like that. And I don't know. I'm going to put it aside and just think about it. But honestly, those zinc pennies with that clad issue with the rim, I think it's all. I don't even like looking at it because it just exemplifies the poor quality of the U.S. Mint and what they did for those years. Like 1987 K car. You know, it's like you could think they're cool and vintage, but you know what? You haven't been around in 1987 to see these things shaking down the road, rattling. Horrible, horrible. You can even glorify something like that. I guess if you had one with 100 miles on it, you'd be like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. But no. It's junk is junk is junk. Oh, look, I got a floater. 69D. Oh, we'll put this one up on eBay. Look at that floater, huh? Look at that one. That's a floater. I'm having too much fun. Oh God, what a mess! It could be. It could be a floater. It's the right year, but it's covered. So off to the copper pile. 99. Let's for that. This one's in such poor shape it wouldn't be worth. Be my luck. 2004. There's another one with that rim issue in the way end. That could be just from another coin being on top of it. But yeah, I'm gonna say that. Goodbye. 13. Here we go. That looks like it's a die crack. No. No. It's a stain. And a piece of hair. It can't be a die crack. I'll put it in the ultrasonic clean. No, it's definitely not a die. It looks like cat hair. Oh yeah, it came off. I'm done. Alright, 18. '96. Alright. 82. Collar issue and nothing else here. Let's see. It's copper as well. Go away. 19. Nope. 2016. Nope. 94. Off center. Nope. 2020. Nope. 93. Nope. 23. Nope. Final coin. 72 Denver. Wouldn't it be funny if this was a nice double? But it's not. We'll wait to the end. I don't know. Looking at repunched mint marks. I don't know. It's not there. So I was hoping to see a mercury dime on the back. Actually, rosy. Be rosy here. Alright, we're done. Boy, I'll tell you, I got beaten up. 100 pennies and I got that. I don't know. It's got the offset strike, which is very minor. It's got that cladding rim issue, which is major. It's more than most. And, you know, no real doubling going on, but that's definitely more than most. And then on the reverse, it's like another different coin. Very odd. I'm going to send this one off to the collector pile. The coppers. I have no interest in trying to sell this on eBay. I mean, if you disagree, if you want to comment below, let me know what you think. But you know, if it wasn't the fact that these coins are made so horribly, you know, with the cladding in the 80s and the 90s, and all the issues, the horrible issues, I think they figured it out. You know, early 2000s, you know, they got it figured out, better cladding and whatever, composition of the zinc, and I don't know. Maybe the zinc was too soft. They added antimony to it. I have no idea. But what a mess. And I'm not going to glorify this coin. I'll do it in protest. You know, I'm protesting. I'm not going to glorify your coin, even though you're extreme. So, but I will put you in the collector pile. Get someone else to have fun with it. That's actually pretty extreme, what's going on here. And, you know, for that rim issue, you almost see it's indented. So, and I mean, maybe on the back too, it's got, I don't know. I don't like looking at it. It's like I said, I got turned off by that poor quality coin. You know the vintage of. We what, to save a penny? I mean, I don't think they did even. It probably cost more to put the cladding together. You know, so the cost of the copper is. I don't think that was the thing. They're just trying to kill the whole industry, the copper industry. That's my guess, and I'm sticking with it. Hope you enjoyed my video. I was trying to be a little bit more lighthearted with this stuff. You know, get through the boring. It can get boring, but it can get exciting. And you know, if you as well, you do the you know, the coin hunt. You know what I'm talking about. And I got a whole bag my son picked up yesterday. Mixed rolls. You know, these all mixed. And I'll go for one of these again. Just to look through a pile of dirty stuff. But I'm not going to do it on this video. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do this again. I'll do the ABC again. Alright, try that. On the next video. We'll see you there.